Listening and note-taking skills. 4. When you listen to a long description or the conversation between two people, you need to pay attention to words and phrases that indicate the time order. 需要注意嘅詞語同埋短語表示時間嘅順序。For example, before that, firstly, first of all, first, secondly, thirdly, then, next, after that, lastly. Think of what people will answer in the following question. Would you prefer to write a blog in your first language or in English? Read the following and complete the answers by filling in the blanks. Okay, here are the answers. I think that I'll find it preferable to write a blog in Chinese, which is my first language, rather than in English. There are several reasons why. Firstly, I'll find it much easier to express my thoughts, opinions, and feelings properly in my mother tongue. Secondly, I think it'd be easier to share my writing with my friends and family members if it were in Chinese, because many of them, especially my older relatives, don't understand English very well. Finally, I'll be reluctant to write posts in English because I'm not very confident in that language. I worry that people who read my poor English will write unpleasant comments that criticize my language skills. People on the internet often hide behind the anonymity that it offers and make very cool and hurtful comments that they'll never say to your face in real life. I wouldn't like to expose myself to this sort of treatment.
Section 2. In this section, you should read the instructions for each item and look at the information provided. Then, listen to the conversation and follow the instructions. Question 7. What do you use these one-touch keys for?
They're for storing telephone numbers that you use often, so you don't have to dial the whole number. You just press one key.
Oh, can you put this number in the memory for me?
Well, I'll tell you how to do it, then you'll know for next time.
All right, you tell me, and I'll do it now.
First, you have to move the protect switch on the right, the one on the side. Move it forward to the store position.
Okay.
Then you press the on hook button. That's the one at the bottom right-hand corner. Yes, that's it. Now, you press the store button. That's one of the 4 square keys near the top, the one on the right.
Okay, I found it.
Now you press the telephone number you want to record, just in the normal way, using the number keys.
The number 291-355-85. Okay, and now?
Now choose the one-touch key. There are 8 of them, so use number 1 as this is the first number you're storing. Then press the on hook button again.
On hook. That's the one in the bottom right-hand corner.
And that's it. Now you can try and see if it works.
Now check your answers.
Section 4. Listen to the interview and fill in the form as if you were the interviewer. Put ticks in the appropriate boxes and write down the necessary information. You have 30 seconds to study the form. One box has been filled in for you as an example.
Good morning. I'm doing a survey on pollution in Hong Kong. I wonder if I could ask you a few questions.
Well, will it take long?
Maybe 5 minutes?
Okay then.
Right. May I ask you which age range you fall into? Is it this one, 31 to 40?
I wish it were. In fact, I'm just over that.
And do you have a job?
Yes, I'm a nurse. I work in a private hospital.
Okay. And do you have a car?
Well, I need one for my work.
Thanks. Now, I wonder if you could tell me if you've noticed any pollution problems in Hong Kong.
Oh, yes.
Could you tell me which problems you've noticed?
The other day, I visited a country park in the New Territories, and it was disgusting. There were bottles and plastic bags and paper everywhere. The bins were so full they were overflowing. And then one day we tried to go swimming. I say tried, because the water looked so filthy that there was no way I'd go in.
Right. Now tell me, which of those two do you think is the most serious problem here?
They're both quite serious. But actually, I would have to say that air pollution is the most serious problem. For example, I know that the hospitals and doctors are seeing more children who are having trouble breathing.
Yes, that's my next question. Do you experience any health problems yourself which you think might be related to pollution?
Well, yes, actually, I do. I often wake up with sore eyes, and sometimes I sneeze a lot. It's very annoying. Oh, and sometimes I get a bad cough too. And I get really bad headaches. So far, I haven't had any breathing problems like some of my friends.
Okay, sore eyes. Every day, did you say?
Well, nearly every day.
And sometimes sneezing and a bad cough.
Yes, and headaches. I often get those.
Okay, what about stomach upsets?
Well, fortunately not.
Okay, now could you just tell me what things you do to help prevent pollution? For example, do you buy recycled paper?
Yes, I try to.
Good. So I'll note down buys recycled paper. What about when you go shopping? Do you use plastic bags?
Actually, I have several cotton shopping bags. I usually remember to take one with me.
Good. So that's uses cotton shopping bags. Is there anything else you can think of? Anything you do to help improve things in Hong Kong?
Well, actually, although I have a car, I take public transport when I can. It's cheaper and quicker, and it must be better for the environment.
Yes, you're right. I'll just make a note of that. Takes public transport. Fine.
And there's one other thing. I really do make an effort to turn off the lights when I'm not in the room.
Oh, good. Turns off lights when not in room. Great, thank you. Now just a few more questions. Did you know that the government monitors air pollution?
Oh, is that the figure which is printed in the South China Morning Post every day?
That's it. And did you know that the police fine people who drive vehicles which produce too much smoke?
Goodness, do they? I had no idea.
Yes, they do. Did you know that Hong Kong has an environmental protection department?
That's the EPD, isn't it?
Right. And did you know that Hong Kong has banned the sale of petrol with lead in it?
They did that last year, didn't they?
Yes, that's right. One last question. What's the most important thing the government should do to help prevent pollution, in your opinion?
That's easy. I think they should educate people about the environment. It all comes down to education, in my opinion.
That's interesting. Just a second while I make a note of that. Educate people about environment. Right, got that. Thank you very much for your time. You've been very helpful.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Please check your answers. Now, do the exercise to test yourself. Bye.